How's it going, guys? It's DJ here, and today I've got my Black Ops 6 beta review. At the start here is a few clips, just a bunch of clips from the beta where, I don't know, the desync, there's something wrong with the kill cams, the flinch on this sniper, as you can see, like, he wasn't even on me. Oh my god, I was a bit raging there, and then some animation issues. Like this guy right here jumps, his jump, it wasn't a dive or anything, it was just a regular jump. It was above the entire screen of my gun. He jumped like 2 meters, I'm pretty sure. So I've got them all in slow-mo because, oh my god, it's unbelievable. And watching from the kill cams, my tracking was on him the whole time, pretty much. But if you watch from the kill cams, it's behind them. It's just, I don't know, there's issues with desync and animations in this game, and I've noticed it too many times. Like this guy right here wasn't even looking at me on my screen. He's opening the door. In slow motion, he's shooting the gun. The gun is facing the right-hand side. Bullets coming out of it. Like, are you kidding me? I don't know. Shit like this just isn't making any sense. Hopefully this sort of stuff gets fixed, because it's the main issue that was pissing me off. Or one of the issues. And I'll talk about the other issues throughout the game. Like, in general, the game seems fun, but Omni movement might actually make the game feel worse on worse connections, or when shit like this happens and you don't know what's going on. Like right there, I just shot that guy 9 times, 2 bullets hit, and that guy just took me out. This one here is just a weird, like the animation it's funky. Like that was in full mode, I'm trying to track him, but I put it in slow mo. He literally just skips forward. The guy just skipped up onto the truck, onto the train right there while climbing. Like how the fuck are you supposed to track that in real motion? Like that was insane. This one right here is just a crazy clip. The HVT shouldn't have health invincibility right there, but as you could see, we were down 5 points. We were about to lose, but killing the HVT with like 3 enemies around him just won us the game. That was pretty hype little clip right there. But here we go. We're getting into the main things of the game right now. This here is a 114 kill game on Babylon on the Saturday. It was the first day of the beta on the second weekend. First game of Babylon, I'm pretty sure it was, and we just seemed to get a good lobby. And I dropped 114. I went on a 15 kill streak and died, and then I went on a 21 and died as well. I could have dropped the nuke if I didn't push out, but I pushed out, and the spawns just fucked me, which is pretty depressing because the highest streak I got on the entire beta was a 22. I was trying to get a nuke just like passively. With the boys, but the skill-based matchmaking, it absolutely turned up to 12 on the second weekend. The first weekend, the games were manageable. Everyone was using Jackals. I was just using... I was actually trying using other guns in the first weekend, even while the Jackal was still popular. I had leveled up the SWAT to max level. I'd leveled up the LMG. I'd leveled up the third AR, the one you get with the Vault Edition. And I'd leveled up a bunch of other stuff to try out in the first weekend, even while everyone else was just running the Jackal. But yeah, I still couldn't get the nukes. 22 was my highest. It was on Derelict. And I got a couple on Rewind and stuff like that, some 20s. But yeah, this one here, I choked it as well. But let's get into my beta review. So I've only got a few goods. Omni movement is fun. It is fun to play, especially after playing X-Defiant. Going from X-Defiant back to COD, just from like moving left and right, and just being able to just like the feel of the movement on X-Defiant was amazing. But then going back to COD, it felt sluggish and slow. And this game's like, it's pretty much just copied that, and it's made it a bit better. If X-Defiant didn't have that hit detection issues, like I probably would still be playing it to this day, but I stopped because the hit detection was so bad. But with Omni movement comes some downsides as well. The SMGs just seem to cater to this movement just way too much. I feel like it's just a little bit overpowered, especially when you equipped Enforcer and you get all those SMG movement buffs as well. And like you've got the stim and all that good stuff. It's just too much. At long ranges, I was getting out-strafed. My aim couldn't even keep up with an LMG like across the map, where you don't even have to move your aim that much. Because they're so far away, you shouldn't have to move it that much. They were out-strafing me with an SMG and out-killing me. Because my bullets just weren't registering, because they were moving left and right so quickly. I just couldn't aim on them. Like, it's probably a skill issue, but still, That's something I've noticed, that it seems like the SMGs are going to be the strongest gun in the game just due to the Omni movement. The weapons did feel good to use by the end of the weekend too, after the Jackal nerf. The SWAT with the rapid fire was, holy shit, it was unbelievably amazing. The burst, the burst delay and the burst using rapid fire, it pretty much became cut in half. So the gun just felt so much better to use. It was so fun. I feel like it's going to be an OP gun in the full game just because of that. Hopefully they don't change it because you do need to require rapid fire to do that. And that took like a level 40 to level that thing up to get to rapid fire, but oh my god, was it worth it. It was actually a fun gun to use. It was a fun burst gun to use once you got rapid fire. The DM10 felt good too. Maybe a bit too... it felt... The DM10, it's a marksman rifle. It felt for me better in close quarter ranges than it did in long ranges. I was, again, getting outgunned by SMGs, ARs, everything else at long range, where the DM10 was better at close range. Like, that doesn't make sense. Yes, it's a 2-shot close range, so it is going to kill quicker there. But being a marksman rifle, it should be performing better at long ranges, but it was actually performing better at close ranges. I don't know how we can fix it. Maybe reduce the flinch on the DM10 to make it so you can actually shoot people at long ranges, because over ranges I was just missing shots because the flinch was so high. Play of the game felt good too. There was a couple moments where some of the plays just seemed like they were kind of shit, and it didn't make sense why they were play the game. But I think it's based more on score than kills. So you could probably go on like get a nice little 3-piece on the point, which would give you about 400-500 score, or you could go for a 4-piece, not on the point, don't get any extra score, and it'd be less score, which would mean less. It'd be less kills, but it'd also be less. I'd be more kills but less score, so you wouldn't count as the player of the game. And one of the biggest examples was I had a sniper and I got 1 collateral in team deathmatch. So there was no extra score going on. It was just 1 single collateral, and then I got shot in the back, and that counted as player of the game. It was probably the lamest thing I've ever seen. I hard scoped, killed 2, died, and then that was the end of the play of the game. I was like, well, that's kind of shit. But that's about it for the good. Like, it's just a Call of Duty game, same as it has been every year. There's nothing like crazy extra I can really say. It's the same gunplay, the same feeling. Like, apart from Omni movement, everything feels just as good as it is. It's not like a drastic change to the way the guns feel and play. Everything feels like Call of Duty, which is what I love. But there's just a few things here in the cons that definitely need fixing, I feel like, just to make the game a lot better. A lot less catered to just dumb-ass devs. The thing I'm talking about is the perks. So the recon perk, having 3 blue perks is just ridiculous. Getting fucking legal wall hacks off spawn is actually stupid. The amount of times I died to a bad player that I killed, went to reposition, get into a corner to reload because I'm out here trying to survive my life. I'm in a good position on the map, sort of in their spawn, trying to help like keep them away from the spawn. But no, this guy comes off spawn. He just knows exactly where I'm going to be and just shoots me through the wall pretty much. Just tracks me through the wall and shoots me off spawn. It's happened way too many times to count, and I couldn't find any perks that countered it. Like, that's actually ridiculous. Like, there's nothing that can counter that. And they just get free legal wall hacks off spawn. And it caters more to the bad players because they're the ones dying more. So they're the ones who's going to have more info on where the whole team is every match. And if you're versing like a team, a group, which is what a lot of the beta seem to be, a lot of parties, a lot of people playing in parties, they're just going to tell you where you are. It's freaking ridiculous. And the other perk that needs fixing, Assassin as well. The amount of times I watched a kill cam, I'm like, this guy just tracked me through the wall. The Assassin marker doesn't show up in the kill cam, but it's ridiculous. Like, I've got pretty much wall hacked as well, just because I went on like a 2-kill streak. The entire enemy team, like anyone with Assassin, knew where I was coming from, just because of that perk. That one needs reworking. The 3-tier one, like the blue regen and enforcer and stuff, I'd be happy if that was completely out of the game. Like, that doesn't need to be in the game at all. But the Assassin perk definitely needs reworking. That one, I'd rather it be probably an icon on the mini-map. Like, I'd rather like be like an advanced UAV icon, so they can sort of see where you're coming from, but you can't just track them through the wall. Like, you have to have some game knowledge to go, oh, okay, that guy's going to come from that direction at some point from the minimap. I don't know if he's going to be at what level he's going to be coming, but I can tell he's coming. They spawned on Skyline down on the bottom floor C. I was up top. I literally just watch him track me through the wall to the stairs. Like, it's actually ridiculous that can happen to you. Another thing that needs reverting, footsteps. Back to weekend 1, I couldn't hear footsteps at all on console, and it actually made the game feel a lot better. I feel like as soon as the end of weekend 1, you could sort of hear footsteps. It was only in like quiet situations, which I was like, okay, this is all right. You can kind of hear them. It's nothing terrible. But then weekend 2, they changed something, and on the Sunday, the footstep audio was so loud that I had to start running Ninja because the amount of players that just could turn and I could flank, but they knew I was coming. It was ridiculous. I had to use Ninja as a crutch, which obviously no one wants to do. You don't want to have to use a whole perk slot just for Ninja, but I ended up having to do it because of how bad the footsteps were in the second weekend. I really want them to change them back to the first weekend where Ninja isn't a crutch perk. The stims, holy shit, they need nerfing too. At the moment, there is 0 trade-off to using a stim. The other two, like a concussion, a flashbang, the trade-off is the time to throw it for it to hit and it to do anything to an enemy. Stims, you can bloody pre-stim. Go around the corner, get shot, and you're healing while you're getting shot. It's actually unbelievable how OP stims are in this game and how crutch they were. I think I got hit by 1 concussion like a couple times and flashbanged a few times, but everyone else was running stims. It's actually ridiculous. What they need to do, in my opinion, is actually give them a movement penalty. It would make stims still like instant regen, which is what they should do. The stims, their job is to instant regen. It shouldn't give you a movement speed buff and a attack sprint buff. They need to give you a penalty, in my opinion. It's in that built room there. That way there is less it's like the movement, giving the penalty would make it a risk in a certain situation, because just the amount of speed you get from it just makes it OP. Like, people are pre-stimming around corner, slide around, getting shot, but they're healing up at the same time, and they just outgun you with the freaking desync of the game and everything, all at once. It's actually ridiculous. With the movement penalty, they'd have to stim in an advantage where they don't need the movement, they're not gonna need it to get away. It's like prioritizes thinking of, oh shit, should I stim here because I'm low on health, but if I need to move, I can't because I'm gonna, like, it makes the other, like, concussion and flashbang actually more viable, so people actually start running something other than just stim shots. The flashbang though, towards the end of the beta, when I did get flashed by it, it's actually insane. I think it was a 5 seconds before my screen started going down from being white. That is insanely long for a flashbang. That is actually ridiculous. Oh my god, if you played any other COD game, I think it's like 3 seconds, but this flashbang hits you for 5 seconds, full white screen, and you can't do anything. I actually, like, there's a clip, I got clipped by an enemy. 3 of us got flashed, we all just standing there, just can't do anything, none of us moved, none of us could do anything. This guy just runs up behind all 3 of us and just shoots all of us because we're all just standing there, just blinded. Like, it was actually ridiculous how long this guy threw it, was able to run around, climb up some stairs, and then shoot us in the back. That's how long it took for the for the flashbang to disappear. It was actually ridiculous. The Semtex as well. Oh my god, the Semtex is a fucking mini nuke in your back pocket. The lethal damage range needs to be reduced, and the overall blast damage range needs to be reduced. Like, you could just chuck that thing in a room, doesn't matter where an enemy was, it's getting a kill or getting them to like 1 shot. It's actually ridiculous how strong the Semtex was. And Flak Jacket as well just actually does nothing. I am pretty sure I got one clipped by a grenade with flak jacket. A cooked grenade thrown across the map, hit me, didn't direct hit me, just exploded in front of me, and I died. And I had flak jacket on. Wasn't damaged by anything else. It just killed me. I was like, is flak jacket even working right now? It was actually ridiculous. And yeah, kind of shit. Kind of shit that flak jacket doesn't work. Kind of shit that the fucking grenades just explode and just absolute mini nuke in your hands. So that needs fixing as well, I reckon. And then I'll get back to the animations and desync. Those clips at the start, like what was going on? I swear to God, when you get dived on, there is an issue with this game where it doesn't register what's going on your screen to what's going on their screen. There's an issue with the diving because the amount of times someone dived, I'm tracking him on my screen, but on his screen, my bullets are like way behind. It just doesn't make sense. It definitely needs to be fixed because the amount of times that's happened in the beta was actually ridiculous, and I feel like it's going to happen a lot more in the main game too. Well, we're coming up to the end here. Hope you guys did enjoy this game, in this video, and I am keen for the full game, but this stuff definitely does need working before it comes out. Hope you guys do enjoy. I'll see you guys later next time on another video.